Hello and welcome back to the Looks Good on Paper podcast. As ever, I'm your host, Felix Pay, and we are back with another draft. We're recording this on the Monday night before the first leg of the UEFA competition quarterfinals kick off, and we've got a draft featuring the 24 teams that will be playing in said quarterfinals. Joining me, we have, as always, Todd Harvey.
Hello.
And then you've got a 3-in-1 treat at the bottom of the screen. We've got Owen Dawes, Sam Warren, and Tom Lawrence. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Good to be back.
Yeah, really good to be back, mate.
So we have the draft, and then we are going to talk about some predictions for the UEFA competitions. To decide the draft order this week, we're going to do a little quiz.
Oh, I love that.
I'm going to give you a year, and you're going to tell me who won the Champions League that year. If you get it right,
Easy.
If no one gets it right,
my
I'm
rules.
going to go into that slot. And if you get all four right, then I'll just go last. So we'll start off with 2003.
Who's the question to?
Anyone?
Milan.
Correct. Tom gets to go first.
Fair enough, mate.
Who was it?
Milan.
Oh, was it?
Penalties.
One on pens.
1995.
Ajax.
Correct.
Oh, I thought that was 96.
Good.
I fully thought that was 96.
If you get it wrong, you're frozen out, by the way, Sam and Owen.
Whoa.
No pressure.
2015.
Barcelona.
Madrid. No, Barca.
Correct,
You do 3-1.
So, Owen, you've got to get this right to go fourth. If you get it wrong, I get to go
Pressure.
fourth. 1997.
Oh, well, guess. Barcelona.
Unfortunately, it was Dortmund.
I should have
Paul Lambert did a great job in the final, man
Ripped him
marking
together.
Zinedine Zidane. So, Tom, you have the first pick. Your first team that you can select from is Bayern Munich. I'd like your formation and your first selection, please.
Okay, I will go for. I'll just go for a bog standard 4-3-3, please.
Lovely. And your first pick.
And I am going to go with Harry Kane.
Oh, there's a shock.
Oh,
Very basic, but right.
that's the pick.
Todd, Real Madrid.
Oh, well, this shouldn't be too bad. I'll go for a 4-3-3 again because I'm boring. And then I'll go for Mbappe.
You're gonna get
Where?
Chamberlain.
Striker.
Okay. You could well. So the weights you get is a weight of 3 for the Champions League teams, 2 for the Europa League, and 1 for the Conference League.
I like that.
Sam, you got Bodo Glimt.
Oh, see,
Four
I wasn't
finalists.
going for the 4-3-3, but I think that's boring now. So I'm going to switch it up, go for the 4-4-2 traditional.
Okay.
And
Bodo, the
I'll
only
have-
team not in the top 8 to qualify for the Europa League quarterfinals, beat Olympiacos.
Yeah, I'm going to have the top scorer in the Europa League, Casper Hugh, please.
Good pick.
I think he's the best player at that
We
club,
are
so.
going to talk. We are going to talk about him a little bit later on.
Really?
So hopefully, he
Yeah.
can fire you to victory. Now, I've got Real Madrid as well. I'm going to go for a. I used to always like back 3 formations when we did these drafts, so I'm going to go for the Thomas Tuchel Chelsea Champions League winning 3-4-2-1.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take Jude
You've got to be
Bellingham.
controversial.
Yeah, I
haven't
think it's a very simple pick.
That's boring.
And Owen, you've got Bilbao to finish off the first round. So your formation and your Basque player. 'cause
I
they're
think
all
I'll go
Basque.
very basic. I'll go 4-3-3. And with Bilbao, I think there's only one pick you can really have. He was so good at the Euros. He's been good this season. I'll have Nico Williams.
Lovely start. I mean, it's been a pretty good start by Casper Hugh. But
Well,
we'll see if
Casper
Sam
Hughes
can
scored more
turn
goals
around.
than Nico Williams in the Europa League.
Real Madrid, third time they've come up already, Owen.
Oh, don't mind with that. You can pick so many players, you can't go wrong. Am I allowed to go Vinicius Jr. on the right wing?
You can indeed.
I think I'm behind
Coming
already.
back to me. Oh, Paris Saint-Germain. This is the informed team, I believe. Favourites, maybe second favourites now for the Champions League. Knocked Liverpool out, of course. I'm not gonna controversial. I'm not gonna pick the man who is arguably the most informed player in the world right now. Because this formation, I'm going to struggle for fullbacks, I feel. And I can't really turn down the chance to get Ashraf Hakimi.
Yeah, that's definitely the right
I like
pick.
that. I love Dembele. I think enough in that formation, yeah.
Sam, staying in the Europa League for yourself with Lazio. My pick, spoiler alert, my pick to win it. So plenty of good players here.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to go for Nuno Tavares at left back. I think he's impressed me a lot this season.
Great player.
Good player.
No,
Any thoughts on Nuno, Todd?
He wouldn't
he's
be
a bit traumatizing, and he likes dogs.
But you've got Rangers. You've got Rangers, Todd.
Oh, Brill.
And they like dogs as well, specifically
really
the son of
treating me
Peter
today.
Lovenkrands.
Oh. I'm going to go Yilmaz. No. Tavernier.
James
He can't
Tavernier.
defend.
But he can
not many
score
good
a lot
picks.
of goals.
Yeah.
I've been impressed with Václav Černý this year, but I wouldn't want to wish.
Černý has been good. And PSG for you, Tom. Yeah.
Oh, I'll have Ousmane Dembele, please.
Oh, well, fair enough. And it's back to you with Tottenham Hotspur.
That's better.
The only thing keeping Ange Postecoglou in the job, arguably, is this Europa League run.
Yeah. I do need to fill up my defence, but getting Spurs is not great. I'm going to go with James Maddison in midfield, please.
I think I'd have went Pedro Porro.
In comes
I like
James Maddison.
I prefer Bergkamp myself.
Leon for you, Todd. Several former Arsenal players out in France at the minute.
yeah.
Are you going to take one?
You'll pick the goat.
Actually, a lot of ex-Premier League players in there, not just Arsenal.
Future one and Ernest Norma.
Well,
I
until
hope
the
so.
ACL injury today.
Well, I would have liked Lacazette, but I can't really have him anymore. I'm tempted by Ben Rama, you know.
Okay, he's no longer there, but he is eligible because he played enough minutes. He now
Where is he
plays
now?
in the Saudi second division.
Oh,
How the mighty have fallen.
Chase the bag.
that's kind of put me off, you know.
Let's check my taxi on that.
No, he's at Watford. You're thinking of Mikatadze.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go Tolisso because he used to be all right.
Well,
He's still decent, yeah.
that's a brave game. He used to be all right. Oh, Real Madrid
That's
again.
all right. You put it in the wrong one.
Yeah, I think that's in my team.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll take that. Actually, that's fine.
No, I don't want Project Lisa. I'm expecting better.
You just said he was great.
I said he's okay. He's not. I'm optimistic here. I haven't been nicely so far.
you've got Real Madrid now, Sam.
Oh, exactly. That's what we want to see. I'm going to take. I think it's got to be Courtois in goal. I don't think I'm going to get much better than that.
It's a good pick. Getting the keeper out of the way
There's no wrong pick.
early with arguably the best keeper in this draft, arguably in the world, maybe. I've got Tottenham. It's a tricky one. It is a tricky one. There's not a lot of players I like there. Do you know what? When in doubt, I'll add to my front line.
Yeah, that's your best spot.
I'll go for Youngman's son.
I do like
And
Bergkamp.
Inter Milan for you, Owen.
Oh,
Dark
There's a lot-
horses, I feel.
a lot of good picks here.
It's
I know-
genuinely such a good squad.
I think there's an obvious one.
Yeah, there is an obvious
There's a
one.
very obvious one for me.
Oh, I think I'll get the centre half in, and I'll go for Bastoni. I think he's been very good this season.
No, that's not Federico Di Marco.
It was either him or DeMarco,
Yeah. But then he could get Fernandes, I guess.
And Arsenal for your fourth pick.
Oh, lucky.
but shouldn't have wasted all the wingers. Oh, there's so many good picks. I want to leave the centre half open. You can always get a club who's just got one really good centre half. So I think I'll go for a midfielder, either Odegaard or Declan Rice. I had him in the England draft. I think I'm going to go Declan Rice this time as well.
Declan Rice, great pick, I think.
As if you've not stuck Marino up top.
Yeah, Paul.
Eintracht Frankfurt. Not tempted at all by Niels and Kunku as a left wing back. I have to be honest.
Oh,
Surely not.
you got a City player now, Fee. Could have him.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't think I will. I think I will go for a centre back. I rate very highly. I think he suits a back three system on the left side of my back three. Arthur Teat.
He's been
Belgium
very good this
international now.
season.
Yeah, really,
He's
really
very good
impressive.
at Belgium. I think he's got a big
And,
move coming.
You've also got Frankfurt, Sam.
Ooh.
And I've just stolen possibly
I'll
your
tell you
favourite
what.
Frankfurt player.
No, I think I'm going to go for Hugo Ekitike up front alongside Q. Very impressive.
Wow.
He was so good for the
Really
under-21s
impressive.
the other week.
Ekitike over Marmouche. Interesting. Todd, Fiorentina. Twice back-to-back Conference League finalists and favourites to make a third in a row. I think they play Kelja of Slovenia in the next round.
I don't know, to be honest, Felix.
No?
I don't know.
That's not a great selection.
I'm gonna. You know what? I used him on FIFA a couple of years ago, and he was all right. So I'm gonna go with Dodder.
That's always
Yeah.
the best logic. That's always the best way
Good.
to go.
Baragi's a really good fullback as well. I don't think you can go wrong with either one.
And Tom,
Whoa.
Frankfurt, we've not had him and then we've had him 3 times in a round.
Oh, brilliant.
It's the luck of the draw, eh?
Kevin Trapp is looking at me, but I don't want to put Marmouche on the wing. Mohamed Dahoud used to be really good.
Uses at Brighton.
You want that, Brian?
Do you know what? I'm just going to stick Kevin Trapp in goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think getting goal out of the way is the strategy.
And Dortmund for your next pick.
Dortmund. Ooh,
Somehow
Dortmund.
snuck into yet another Champions League quarter-final.
Yeah.
Despite really not impressing me at all this season. I think they're bottom half in the Bundesliga at the minute.
Yeah, they're not doing well. I've been really impressed with Jamie Gittins, but
Yes.
I want to save that. So I am going to go for, I think, Emre Can. I love Emre Can, so I'm going to put Emre Can in.
I'm a Liverpool man. Dortmund captain now.
Don't fancy Pascal.
Very
That's a
solid
good
pick.
team.
Bayern Munich, Todd.
Oh,
I'd class that as a good
good.
team.
You've saved my skin there.
Poor manager, but good team.
I'm gonna go with Manuel Neuer.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's. I don't know if it's based on their current ability,
is.
but that's still not bad.
Still
Real
very
Madrid again. There you go,
good.
Sam.
Lovely. I think I'm going to take. It's between Rudiger and Militao for me. Personally, I prefer Rudiger, so I'm going to go Rudiger at centre off.
Antonio Rudiger. Which leaves me with Borussia Dortmund as well. Okay.
I
yeah,
think this is rigged, you know.
Tom didn't take him, but I am gonna because he's played here for England under 21s, and I quite like him. So Jamie Gittins is a left wing back, bit of
Very
an attacking
impressive.
up,
He's a very good player.
holds the width. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And Inter Milan again, Owen.
Oh, well, I got slighted for not picking this bloke before. So I think I'll pick Federico Di Marco at left back.
Federico Di Marco.
Yeah.
Interesting to see how he does in the back four.
Yeah, that is true.
He's very attacking minded, but brilliant player.
And Rapid Vienna, Conference League quarter-finalists.
Do I know any of these blokes?
Oh, that's high quality. That.
Fun fact, the only team Everton have ever beaten a European final.
Very
in
true.
1985.
I'd probably name more players from that team than this one. Right, I think Declan Rice can do a great job in a free man. He can carry someone. So it's between... Oh, I'll go for... You know what? Mamadou Sangare. I think he's going to cover ground. I'll go Mamadou Sangare.
An engine in the midfield.
Yeah.
It's not a great pick for me either. I've got Kelja, the Slovenian club.
Oh,
Made
it's
their
not rigged.
European debut this year and reached the quarterfinals of the Conference League. Very, very impressive. Now I'm disappointed I don't have a spot open because there's a man there in Svitz Vesla who I do know is quite a good player, but I don't have room for him, unfortunately. It's a tricky one.
Wow.
I think I'm going to follow Owen's logic and get a midfielder in, Marco Dulka. I watched him play once. did a job. Just
More than enough.
get him. Okay, it's not great, but
It's okay.
Oh, that is
What was
disgusting.
amazing?
Bilbao. So yeah, he's in the 4th percentile, but that's to be expected. Kells probably are the weakest team out of all 24 we're picking. It was going to be tough to get a good pick out of that pick. I'm just going to surround him with good players.
You got Bilbao.
Bilbao. Oh, big fan of Bilbao. I like the team a lot. I think they've been very impressive for the league of this
Very
season.
strong.
Would it be possible to have Oyan Sanse in central midfield?
There you go.
Thank you.
Great player. A favourite of ours in our weekly goal scorer challenge, isn't he?
Big fan.
Bodo Glimt, Todd. Norwegian champions.
Well,
The only Norwegian club left in Europe now. Molde have been knocked out.
Felix, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I'm starting to give up at this rate.
What? You must know some of these players. You must know, Jens
You've got
Petter
nothing to
Hauge,
know.
former
Philip
Frankfurt
Zinckernagel?
and Milan.
I,
Philip
it-
Zinckernagel, former Watford and
Felix, even
Forest.
if I know a few of them, I might know them well enough to know that they're not going to do very well.
They're in the quarterfinals of the Europa League.
Celtic's worst nightmare, Bodo Glimt.
What gap can I just fill in?
You can get a Hauge or a
there's no-
Zinckernagel.
I need it. I don't know.
Patrick
Can't even
Berg.
read half of them. What's the third one down? Hakon
Evgen.
I'll go for him.
Hakon-
Why not?
Hakon-
Let's
Just
keep
the
Hakon
arm.
going.
Evgen in
Yeah.
midfield.
If he's more than 4, you're doing all right.
Look at that. Look at that. eye
Oh,
quality.
wow.
Uh,
Look at that midfield.
PSG, Tom.
Oh, I've got PSG.
And then PSG.
Someone's getting nice picks.
I've been saving the left wing spot, and I do like William Pacho, to be fair, but I'm going to go Kvara at left wing, please.
Oh, okay. I'm going to copy and paste that one rather than read
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, saves you a bit of time
That's smart.
typing that.
So that is just over halfway through. Let's take our usual look at who is doing well. Sam lagging behind slightly on the valuations here.
I think, my first 2 picks weren't the best, but I think we can bring it back.
We saw it all change at the end last week. You've got
Yeah.
Tom
There's some
narrowly
good left in this,
ahead
so
of Owen, and myself and Todd mired in the midfield. Anyone lacking a few? They're pretty even on the minutes, goal scorer wise. Pretty much everyone's got a goal scorer now. Yeah, let's see how the second half goes with Lazio for Tom.
I hope it's better.
I've used all my wingers. Bull idea. What a player. No, I will go with.
AFCON legend.
If I go with Guendouzi, then I've just got defenders, which is a dangerous
What
game.
a choice.
But I'm gonna go Guendouzi. I like him.
Risk taker.
That's a good midfield. I think that
I
midfield.
like that.
Like 2
Very
games.
balanced. Can't believe Samuel Gigo is there. Spartak Moscow legend.
Yeah.
Todd,
Yeah.
Bayern Munich.
Oh, right. Okay. I can work with that.
See,
I can work
you
with
complain. There's going to be a rule change in a couple of rounds as
that.
well.
I do complain.
think
I do
he's a
complain. Ooh. I feel like it's got to be. I'm going to take Kimmich.
Oh no!
Nice.
I'm going to take him.
I was afraid he was left. So
I need a decent player in my midfield, don't I? So.
Aston Villa, first time they've come out for you,
yeah.
Sam.
Don't mind that.
Surprise quarterfinalist, perhaps.
I'm going to take, I think, potentially the obvious one there, Yuri Tielemans. He's been their best player this season for
Some
me.
player.
You're
It's still great at
very
second
impressive.
youngest ever Champions League captain, I believe. Only Ruben Neves done it at a younger
How old is
age.
He's-
He's 30 now, isn't he?
Is he 30 now?
he?
Wow.
Bloody
Yeah,
hell.
I think so.
That makes me feel old.
Yeah.
He's been
Uh,
around.
Monaco.
16-year-old at Anderlecht.
Yeah.
I have Inter Milan. Plenty of choices here. Could have saved this spot for Denzel Dumfries. But no, I think let's get it. I'm going to save the striker spot. It's a risk, but I'm going to save it, and I'm going to take Jan Sommer in goal. I talked
Yeah,
about him a couple of
thought you were
episodes
gonna do
ago
that.
about one of the best goalkeepers in the world, so underrated. So
Yeah, criminal.
Jan Sommer it is. Barcelona, Owen. First time they've come up.
About
And
the time
they are
they've
your
came up.
choice.
There's so many picks here.
Wow.
Hopefully, a couple of others get Barcelona because there's some gaps.
I
that need
think I'm
filling
just going to
with
be.
We
quality
need
players.
Barcelona.
I'm quite annoyed I picked both my wingers because Rafinha's been unreal this season, but I'm not going to complain.
Favourite for the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, with Robert, but I'm going to pick Robert Lewandowski up front now. Can't complain with that at all.
Slightly better than Casper here, I reckon.
Yeah, just a bit.
And Dortmund for your 8th pick.
Ooh, I think this is a pretty simple one. I think he's been really good for Germany this season. I'll pick Schlotterbeck at centre half, please.
Nico Schlotterbeck.
And that's a good partnership with Bastogne.
Why didn't I do that? Why did I pick him?
Oh, Chelsea. First time they've come up for me. Which is quite annoying.
Oh, you got to take Mudryk.
It's the easiest pick ever. Yeah, and it's Philip Jorgensen, surely. No.
Mark Gui, Conference League legend.
It's
He is.
it's going to be a bit of a risk, but he's played much better in the Conference League than he has in the Premier League, I think. Maybe that's his level, but he's a World Cup winner, so it's obviously not his level. Enzo is going in there.
I think that's harsh. I think Fernandes
So
has
my-
been good.
My Conference League midfield. Inter Milan for you, Sam.
Oh, finally. Here we go. Tell you what,
I think there's an obvious pick for you.
it's
Yeah.
tough. I think for the team I've got, who I was going to pick would have been Joshua Kimmich. I was going to play him right back. But I think I've got my good right back now. I'm going to take Denzel Dumfries, please.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Todd's favourite ever draft player plays for Inter Milan as well, doesn't he, Todd?
Oh,
Iranian striker, that's all I'm going to say.
oh, he's quality.
I'll never ever forget the look on your face when you
Who have I
picked him and
got?
you saw what his rating was. Oh, you got Rapid Vienna.
I've already picked the best
Yay.
player.
Yay, I'm so happy.
No Mamadou Sangare.
I mean,
for
there
you.
are a number of Austrian internationals in this team. Guido Burgstaller, Matthias Seidel, and Nicholas Hedl. Serge Philippe Raoult is an Ivorian international. You've got Dion Belgio, second top scorer in the Conference League. Benedict Boller,
You're really helping me out
Hungarian
here.
international. I am. I'm
Third behind Mark Gui.
colouring in the team.
Can I take the only centre half left on that?
Nenad Petrovic or Serge
Yes.
Philippe Raoult. There's two.
Yes. Oh no, the first one.
Nenad.
I think the second one sounds
I
better.
think you messed up, mate. The second one's far superior.
He's good on the ball, him, you can tell.
And
Bloody
Inter
hell.
Milan for you, Tom.
Oh, he's already had.
How's it go from that to Inter Milan?
Welcome to my world, mate.
Jesus.
Bastoni and Di Marco are gone.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Dumfries.
I think I'm going to go with Stefan de Vrij, please.
Yeah.
I like that.
No.
I think the rest.
Very
For
good.
the
centre.
last 3 rounds, I'm going to let you into a little secret. For these last 3 rounds, you get 1 re-roll. So if you get a team you don't
Oh,
like in the
I
last
wish I
3
had that
picks,
before, to be honest with
Me,
you.
me- change.
me and Todd need those rerolls.
Can we go back a few rounds?
unfortunately not. But Tom, you're Bayern Munich. Would you like to re-roll? If not,
I'd
pick
say
a player.
I'm not going to re-roll.
Controversial.
Okay, good.
I'm going to go with Alphonso Davies, please.
That's the
Nice,
most
he
obvious
uses it
pick
in
in
the
the draft. But
Could
But
have gone Kevin J.
late
Flippy
round.
Ghana.
that's what we said.
Barcelona, Todd.
Oh, I've been waiting for
Reroll.
this moment. Rafinha.
Did you say re-roll?
Rafinha. No, I said Rafinha.
Oh, right. Let's begin with R. Sorry. Sam, Aston Villa again.
Ooh, controversial. I'm going to reroll.
No, you can't re-roll Villa.
Oh my boy.
Make him pay, Felix. Make him pay.
Okay, so I'm just going to
Please give him
re-roll.
that Slovenian team.
Inter Milan.
Get in. Okay. In that case, I am going to take. I think I need a bit of balance in my midfield, but I'm also looking on the wing. Oh,
I mean, you've got your 2 centre mids.
yeah.
Good player
I'm
John
gonna say-
McGinn tucking in off the right.
I know. I'm regretting my reroll now.
Oh no, you've got rid of Villa, yeah.
I'm a big fan of Benjamin Pavard. Always have been since that volley at the World Cup. So I'm going to take him at centre off, please.
Benjamin Pavard. Okay, who have I got? PSG. Okay, I can work with that.
We're a bit skinny now.
I'll take to my eye, the most underrated centre half of the last decade. Mr. Marquinhos himself.
Yes,
He was very good
I
playing as a
thoroughly
number
agree.
6.
I thoroughly agree.
When he
I
was-
did like that
was
season
six.
when they had Silva and Kimpembe and he just sat in front. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a reverse sweeper role.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
did
He's
like
a
that.
Rolls Royce.
Manchester United, Owen, first time they have come up.
Oh, I'd re-roll
Yeah, and
it.
arguably
I would
the only
re-roll
I'll
thing.
re-roll
straight
those bums
away.
straight away.
Right.
I know you've got an obvious.
Yeah, I think it's very
Yeah, no,
obvious.
he's actually a good player.
You know,
That's
I think
unfortunate.
he's going to partner with Mamadou Sangare and Declan Rice very well. I'll have Bruno Fernandes, please.
Bruno Fernandes.
He's the furthest round I feel behind Mamadou Sangare.
Yeah.
If you've not seen our thumbnail, by the way, he features on that. So does Jude Bellingham. It's a lovely thumbnail. Please let us know your
Mamadou
thoughts on the
Sangare?
thumbnail. Yeah, it'll be on the next one,
Yeah.
Good.
on the Twitter one.
On Sangare.
Jagiellonia is next for you, Owen.
Right.
Featuring goal scorer challenge.
I know, there's some
legend,
legends here.
Afamiku Palulu.
Taco Cholinov, Burnley legend.
Jesus and Maz is very underrated, but
No, he's not.
because they need a right back and a keeper, I think I'll re-roll, please, Felix.
Okay, you're gonna re-roll Jagiellonia and replace them with Manchester United.
Oh,
It's
no.
even worse.
Right, so it's either. You know what? I've got Federico DiMarco. He can bomb forward. I've been really impressed this, not just this season, but I think he's quite an underrated player. I'll have Diego Dallo at right
I
back,
thoroughly
please.
agree.
Do you know what's interesting? I don't get how they've done this. So they're two players with the most minutes in the Europa League are both right backs, Dallo and Mazraoui. Like,
Yeah,
how
it's
does that work?
Wasn't he
It's
playing
so-
left back?
You can
I mean, he
left
played
back.
10
Yeah.
against
Dallo's-
Fenerbahce.
Dallo's
Dallo's
pretty
left
underrated.
back, yeah.
He's
I'm
played
a
right.
big
He's
fan.
played right centre back a bit as well.
Yeah,
Bodo
back.
Glimt. Okay, it's time to re-roll. I need a striker and a centre
That's
back.
hard from Philip Zinchenko.
He's not a striker though, is he?
Nah, that's very true.
He's not a winger.
Oh, okay. I'll take that. Omar Marmoush,
It's not football.
formerly of Frankfurt, now of Manchester City, but was electric for Eintracht Frankfurt this season. Sam, Aston Villa, you re-rolled them. but you
Oh, I
got them
re-rolled
again,
them last time.
So tough luck.
I think I got lucky last time, but at the same time, I'm limited in what I can do on the wing. I'm going to re-roll again. I'm going to risk
No,
it.
you can't re-roll.
You
again.
can't. You re-roll.
Re-roll again.
You re-roll.
Okay. If I can't re-roll again, can I please have Morgan Rogers at left mid?
You can. Yeah, there's only one
Thank you.
re-roll.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'm not.
That's fine.
I'm not made of re-rolls. God.
We'll go for a try.
Eintracht Frankfurt for you, Todd. That's a tricky one. Whether you re-roll that or
Yeah.
not.
They've been rinsed this draft.
There's some good players
don't
in there
know.
still. You got a man who
seen
scored a
positions
World
now.
Cup
There's
winning
an
goal.
obvious. There's an obvious very good.
Yeah,
player.
but the options are winger or centre half, and
Yeah, there's a very good one of those in
Yeah,
there.
there's a
in my
There's a
opinion.
man who's played 2 full Premier League seasons at Leeds United.
That's not what I was thinking of, but still.
Yeah,
Then
There's a
Europa
man
League
who-
finals, but-
yeah. But are you going to re-roll? That's the question.
no, I'm not going to re-roll because we all know what'll happen. I'll save that for the last one.
Jagiellonia.
Again, Fee,
No,
I'm really bad with pronunciation, so I'm going to go with the right winger at the top.
Ansgar Knauf.
Good player.
Yeah,
I'd
I
have
would have
Tuta.
butchered that.
I like Tuta.
I believe we've not had a couple of teams. We've not had Djurgården.
I think that's for the best.
We've not had Real Betis.
Can't wait to get that.
I'd take Betis.
Is there a Europa
wouldn't.
League team we've not had? I know we have had Rangers, haven't we? Yeah. Tom, Bayern Munich.
Oh, that's not bad. Kim and Jay, please.
Kim Min Jae.
He's better than
Min-jae.
Give him Joe Allen as well.
And the last round, Dortmund or re-roll?
Ooh, that was tough.
That is tough.
I think their best player's been picked already.
Well, you need to. So it's either Julian Ryerson or re-roll, essentially.
Yeah.
He's not bad. I
I don't mind Julian Morrison at all, but
I'm going to re-roll.
Yeah.
yeah, you might as well.
Take
I
a
think you
rest.
might as well.
Joe Gardens.
Jagiellonia.
Inter.
Oh, you've had Dumfries, to be fair.
Yeah. Darmian's very good, though.
Um,
Career resurgence.
yeah, I'll go Matteo Darmian. I think that's a good pick.
Matteo
I think you're right.
Darmian.
He's the epitome of the United effect. When you leave United, you become a better player.
True. Todd, would you like
Alright.
Jagiellonia or a re-roll?
Good thing you didn't use it.
Surprisingly, I'd like to use my re-roll.
No.
I'm gonna get.
Joe Gardens.
Aston Villa.
No, you've been all right there.
Okay, that's all right. I'll take. Ooh, which one?
There's only one man.
Tottenham.
Rolls Royce of a centre half.
Pau Torres.
That's
With a
incorrect.
concert. That's controversial.
That's the incorrect answer.
It says Reconsa is correct.
Sam, right midfielder from Aston Villa.
Oh, it's always Aston Villa.
That's
Who
what
are
you
you
get for
thinking of,
re-rolling them.
I've Villa about 8
Esri
times.
Konza.
I'm going to take Leon Bailey, please.
Okay, my final centre half from Real Betis. Okay,
There
first
we
time
go.
they've come up, so we'll do a bit of spiel about them. I've got a few options. So Nathan from Napoli this season, good player. Who else? Mark
Another Leeds
Bartra,
legend.
decent player, but I do think the
Experience.
pick of the choice is the Leeds legend actually in Diego Llorente.
I never
Yeah.
thought he was too bad.
He's
for Leeds. He was
built his reputation back up at Betis, actually. So I thought
He
he
has.
was not at Leeds.
And
I'd be
a
honest.
word, I suppose, for Anthony, who again fits Sam's theory that you leave Man
Yeah.
United and instantly become a world-class player again.
Yeah, you build your career back up by leaving them. That's the
And
issue.
Aston Villa, Owen,
perfect. I needed a goalie.
the world's best goalkeeper.
Why not
2
pick the
years
world's
running.
best
Yeah.
goalie?
Yeah.
The trophies don't lie. The awards aren't lying to me. I'll have Emi Martinez in goal, please, Felix.
You've been done.
So-
very well.
That is
Owen
a
is-
disgrace.
The favourite.
I think I know who it is.
That is an
Head
utter
on.
shambles.
Tom,
Unreal.
then myself, then Todd, then Sam.
What a disgusting performance.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of my team.
Todd,
The
look
front
at your
two is
three.
okay.
I've just got to rely on Mbappe.
And Neuer.
I'm relying on
Rafinha.
Casper Healy, so it can
And
be worse.
Kimmich. You've not got bad
Look
players.
at that. Look at that back line. What is that?
That is a shocking
Yeah.
back line.
That is a disgrace.
I mean,
isn't
who's
it?
got the best back line? That's
say
pretty
that.
good.
I'd say it's me, yeah.
I'm ignoring
That's
that
a
one.
shambles.
That one's pretty
You're
good.
also dumb when you're
I
not
think it's
on
me.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That one's okay, plus the wing backs. I'd
You've
say
got
that one's
Callum.
pretty good as well. Yeah, okay.
Callum.
You have got the
Callum
worst
behind
back
you.
line. But let's
Yeah,
see,
by a
shall
country
we?
mile. Yeah.
And the winner is Owen.
Come on.
With about
love that.
32%
Second.
of the wins. Tom, you were second with about
No,
22%.
I came last by a mile. Never mind.
No, you came fourth, Todd.
Oh, okay. That's
Well
fine.
done, Sam.
Uh,
Yes.
then I got about 17%,
I
Sam
think my lucky
12%,
goals
and
might have
Todd
let me down.
15.8%. So congratulations, Owen. Any words for
Thank
the
you.
victor? I think you got robbed
Maverick
last week, so it's
Fernandes
well
gonna have
deserved.
He's going to get a statue built.
It is. Is it going to be the distance covered award?
Hopefully, yeah. Someone's got to
Him
do
and
it.
Declan Rice are running the,
So that
England.
concludes the end of our draft, but not the end of our talk, because as I say, we have got the 3 competitions to talk about, and we will start with the Champions League because that's where the majority. Oh no, that's where 2 of our picks come from. I've got the outright odds running across the screen. First of all, before we break down the bracket and talk about who, off the top of your head, who do you think is the most likely winner? We'll start with you, Todd.
PSG.
Yeah, how come? Just the form, the players.
I think they play the best football out of anyone. I know Madrid are always in within a shout, but I think if the 2 teams did come together, I think PSG would probably play them off the park.
Owen.
I agree with Todd. I think PSG, I think they've finally clicked as a team. They've not really focused on superstars like they have in the past. And against Liverpool, they performed so well. And I think they've not got the worst ever draw to the final as well.
I mean, Tom, they beat your Liverpool on penalties. Were you impressed? Do you think they can go all the way this time?
Yeah, I think it's a toss-up between them and Barca, but I think they were really good against us. Obviously, we beat them in the first leg, but they battered us. It was a steal. But for them to come to Anfield 1-0 down and knock Liverpool out was unbelievable. So, yeah, I back them to go and win it.
Clean sweep, Sam, or a bit of a difference of opinion?
I think Barcelona being 3-1 is very surprising. PSG for me, great side, very impressed, but I can never ever back against Real Madrid in the Champions League. They're the experts;
Fair.
they know how to win it. And
Yeah, you would say-
people have rolled them out 100 times in the past, and they always win it. So
Yeah, Barca probably on the nicer half of the draw. Certainly, I think they've got the most winnable quarterfinal.
Yeah.
I mean, they played Dortmund, so let's start on that side of the draw. Barcelona, Dortmund, I assume we're all feeling it's going to be a pretty comfortable Barcelona victory.
Yeah.
They would play the winner of Inter Milan Bayern. Now, I am on Inter at 40-1 pre-tournament. Obviously, they've had a very, very good campaign, now into 10-1. And I think Bayern have the better players, but I think Inter are the better team, and that's why I backed them to get through, especially with Inzaghi coming up against Vincent Kompany.
Better manager as well, far better manager.
Yeah, I think even looking at the squad, the amount of picks we had there's so much depth in that team. I mean, they've just lost Taremi to a slight knock. He's a doubt for tomorrow, but Martinez is back, so you got a Martinez, Thuram strike force. Arnautovic, not the best backup striker, but defence midfield, there's plenty of options.
I think they're very fitted to tournament football as well. I think that's going to play into our hands quite a bit as well.
Absolutely. So in that hypothetical semi-final, then Barcelona Inter, who is back in Barcelona?
I'd back Barca.
I'd go with Barcelona.
I think I'd go Inter.
I'd go Inter.
There you go. That's a co-sign for Inter to get to the final then.
But I think Inter just for me, personally.
I mean, yeah. Todd, you fancy him to actually go to Munich and win on tomorrow night?
I mean, when you looked at Bayern's
at the
performances
price
over the recent, I mean, it's mad. I mean, how Celtic almost knocked them out. I mean, I kind of felt bad for them, to be fair. I feel like they probably should have gotten through. And I just don't think Vincent Kompany's a good manager, and I don't think he can take them very far into the competition from there.
He's got a lot to learn, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean,
it was a weird
Leverkusen. I expected Leverkusen to get through, but they did crumble a little bit.
But I don't think that's more Leverkusen being poor rather than Bayern Munich.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Let's move on to the other side of the draw. PSG, Aston Villa. Obviously, we've pretty much all given PSG the nod there. Arsenal, Real Madrid. I'll let you start, Owen, because you're backing them on the plus a quarter Asian handicap. So half win that bet if the first leg was to end in a draw. Fancy them to keep that tight at the Emirates and then come back and blow them away at the
I think that's definitely going to be the plan. I think going into the Emirates, they just want to keep it as low scoring as possible, probably. Under goals, I think, would be a pretty good bet for that game. But I think that Arsenal's form's been pretty poor recently. I thought they were pretty poor when it comes to Goodison. And as Sam said before, you're never backing against Real Madrid in the Champions League.
Tom, Sam, anything to add before we let Todd have some hope?
I think no-brainer. Real Madrid win.
I actually disagree a little bit. I think I wouldn't write Arsenal off. The league's done, and they will know that. This is their whole season one game. I think the Emirates, being at the Emirates first leg is actually good for Arsenal, I think. I wouldn't be surprised if they nick it 1-0. Real Madrid, they've obviously turned their season around. They came to Anfield, they were really, really poor. But I don't think this is going to be a Real Madrid walkover.
And Todd, do you believe?
I have hope. But hope can only take you so far, can't it, really? I can see us getting something tomorrow. I don't think that would be a shock to the system, and I don't think Arsenal fans would be like, I don't think we'd start screaming and shouting thinking we're going through, because we all know the second leg at the Bernabeu is
what is the minimum you would want to be taken to the Bernabeu?
2-0. Well, 2-goal lead.
That's
is probably...
You would take a 1-0.
Yeah.
You would take a 1-0.
I think I'll take it being level.
Would you not? You wouldn't even. Yeah, I was going to say, would you not take a draw going to the Bernabeu? Do you think you have to win tomorrow to have a chance of going through?
We have to win tomorrow to have a chance of going through. Yeah.
Okay,
we just won't win there.
That's very fair. Yeah, I would back Real, but I do think it'll be close. I would actually back Real to go through after extra time.
I think Gabriel's a big loss. I think if Gabriel was still fit and they went
1-0
lead,
that's what kind of killed me.
Yeah.
So PSG Real Madrid semi-final. Who's back in PSG? Not Sam.
Me.
I think I would. I think PSG.
I would back PSG.
Where would the first leg be?
I don't think it's confirmed yet.
Oh, is it not? Is it not?
No.
I think I'd back
I
Real
think I'd
Madrid.
just go PSG.
I can never not back Real Madrid. Less than
I am backing Mbappe-less PSG to beat him.
Yeah.
I think
It's
they
written in
finally
the stars,
sussed
that
it.
paper.
Yeah. So final PSG Inter, hands up for PSG.
I think they're going to break the curse.
Okay, it's 4-1 against me, but okay. So our best bets then: Real Madrid plus a quarter in the first leg, Inter to win the first leg in Munich, and PSG 10-3 on the outrights. Let's move to the Europa League. It feels to me a wide open competition, and that's because the two pre-tournament favourites are both in torrid form. They're still in the competition, but they have drifted out to second and fourth favourites now. We'll go in draw order, but before we do that, looking at the outrights, we'll start with you, Sam. Who are you getting a gut feeling for, based on form and the prices, I suppose?
I remember saying it a couple of weeks ago on the podcast, Bilbao are going to win it, and I'm standing by that. I just think they're a great side. They've really impressed me in La Liga. I know Rangers seem to have this weird knack of winning games in Europe despite their poor league form and cup form, but I just think Bilbao are just too good to not get the job done. They've got too much quality in that side compared to that Rangers team who've lost 5 home league games in a row. 5 home games in a row, in all competitions, and I just think they're going to get the job done and get over the line. I just think they're considerably better than everyone else in the competition for me.
Nice. I mean, you have backed them there to go to Ibrox and win at 2.15. I really wouldn't put anyone off that bet myself. Owen, anything for you?
I agree. I think it's all about form, and I think the team in form here is Lazio. They've been really impressive for me in Italy this year, and I can't really think United or Spurs even have much of a chance. I do agree with Sam. I think Bilbao have got a really good chance, but I think Lazio will just get over the line.
Tom?
I like Bilbao. I think United should be nowhere near 7-2. They're Bruno Fernandes. If he's not there, then they've got nothing. I do like Spurs at 4-1. There's something about it. I know they're not very good, but there's just something. I wouldn't be surprised if they go and win it.
If they go deep and they get their players back there, I think that 4-1 would look big, like you say. Todd?
I'd go with Lazio. I don't know what. I mean, I just
Okay.
don't see the two English sides winning it, and out of everyone else, I'd probably just put a punt on them.
Yeah, I agree. I like Lazio. I'm spoiler. I like 3 Italian teams to actually win in Europe this season. We'll come on to the Conference League, but yeah, I just think again they've got the most winnable quarterfinal for me. I know Glimt is a tricky place to go at times, but I think if they get past that, I wouldn't see Frankfurt or Tottenham as a threat in the semis, and then potentially Bilbao in the final would be an interesting game. The final is played in Bilbao as well, which adds a bit of spice to this. So we'll go through the draw. Frankfurt versus Tottenham. Sam's back in Frankfurt to win the first leg and to go through, I'm assuming. Is everyone in agreement that the 2022 champs will possibly end Ange Postecoglou's Spurs reign?
I think this game means so much to Tottenham and to Ange, and I don't think Frankfurt have been as impressive. Like, obviously, a lot more impressive than Spurs, but I think Spurs will. I think they should win.
I am back in Spurs to go through.
I agree. Yeah.
I think Andy's done regardless.
But I think
it's when the Europa League or bust, regardless of this draw. They literally have to get into competition, and then it's just. I fancy Frankfurt. They've done it before. They've always been solid in Europe. I like them as a club as well. I think they've got a good chance.
So we have Spurs sneaking through just by a majority. Lazio, Bodo Glimt. I think we are all in favour of Lazio there.
I like Bodo Glimt, but I think
okay. Rangers, Bilbao. Again, I'm with Sam again on Bilbao. I don't know if anyone...
you do never know with Rangers.
The Rangers in Europe are dangerous, but
I think the luck's run out in the. I think they were really poor against Fenerbahce and did well to get through.
Watching the second leg,
if you look at their home form, it's abysmal. 5 losses in a row for Rangers is unbelievable.
There's no way if they lose on Thursday night, they go to Bilbao and turn it around for me. It all hinges on that Ibrox leg. And Leon Man United, unfortunately, well, for those of us who don't like Man United, they've got a pretty winnable tie. Although Lyon have kicked into gear in recent weeks. The front line would threaten me, but I see it being a shootout, and United have the talent to outscore them. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
They've had such a poor season, Leon. I just don't see a world where United don't go through that.
They're missing Jake O'Brien.
Clearly,
yeah, that is true. So semi-finals: Lazio, Tottenham,
Lazio.
Lazio.
I think I'm going Lazio.
Forza Italia, Bilbao, Manchester United.
Bilbao.
I think United.
Bilbao.
There's no way United travel to Bilbao and get anything.
I would go Bilbao as well. So a final in Bilbao of Bilbao Lazio. Hands up for Bilbao.
Bilbao.
In Bilbao.
Hands up for Lazio.
We're going for the upset.
Okay, so that is tipping up Lazio at 4-1 there, as well as Sam got 3 bets there. Bilbao to beat Rangers in the first leg, Frankfurt to beat Tottenham, and his favourite centre forward to at least get on the score sheet against Lazio, Casper Hugh at 21-10.
He's the top scorer in the Europa League. I love Bodo Glimt. I really fancy him to at least score. I think they might go down, but they'll go down fighting. They always go down fighting if they go up, and I'm a big fan of them as a club.
Indeed. And then the Conference League. We'll start with you again this time, Todd. Does anyone but the boys in blue win it?
Chelsea have to win it. If they don't, it's embarrassing.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that
no
race
punches.
is way too short, though.
I think if Chelsea don't win it, that's curtains for Maresca. If they don't win that and they don't get Champions League, he should be sacked from the spot instantly.
I mean, this is the thing in it with the Conference League, with the money disparity. The English team in that should just be favourites every year, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
I think Villa would be so good to not win it last year. Yeah, that's the thing.
I'd love to see Fiorentina win it. I think they've been so unlucky not to win it. They've always gotten really far in it ever since it's been invented, and they've just not quite done it. So I'd love to see them do it, but I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, it's true. And it'll be interesting next year. So, like, at the minute, we could have 2 teams in it next year, and it could be 2 teams like, for example, Fulham and Brighton. Would we make them favourites?
I think they'd probably make
so.
Brighton favourite.
They'd be up there.
I think Fulham are a great side.
Fulham are unreal.
I think Fulham are arguably a better side than Brighton.
This is a side that played in a Europa League final, I suppose, 15 years ago as well.
Yeah.
But, I saw the projected pots, and it was like the top team in pot 1 with the highest coefficient was Roma. And that would make it, if they were the strongest European pedigree team in it, that would be a wide open competition.
They've been terrible this season.
I'd argue right now Fulham are better side than Roma.
Yeah, so yeah, coming back to the point, Chelsea, I think, have to be rightful favourites. Oh, and you were saying it possibly a bit short there, though.
I think in tournament football, I think 8 to 15 is just way too short when they've got so many more games to play as well.
On the form they're on as well. I think
the key is, I suppose, they are in. You would argue that they are on the easy side of the draw. So I mean, we'll break down the draw now. So starting off with Betis versus Jagiellonia. I was shocked Jagiellonia got through. They beat Cercle Bruges, who I actually did quite fancy as dark horses. Do we see them having much of a sniff against Betis?
No, not for me personally.
No. Maybe Palulu will score, though.
Palulu,
hopefully.
And
the goal scorer
Jesus
down
Aman.
Jesus Simans does not do anything.
And likewise, Kelja versus Fiorentina. Kelja done very well to get this far, playing Apoel and Lugano, but it's likely the end of the road against such a seasoned team. And arguably the best player in the competition, the third man in our thumbnail who didn't get drafted in our draft, but Moise Kean has, maybe it's like Man United, you leave Everton.
He's such a different player to what he was at Everton. I can't believe what I watched sometimes.
I think there were signs at Everton, but it never quite clicked for him, and now he's finally found a club.
He found a home.
I'm glad he's playing so much better.
I'm happy for him.
So, Betis Fiorentina, that's a tricky semi-final to call. I've already put my stance that I'm on the Italians all the way.
I fancy Fiorentina. I think they've just got a bit more.
I think Betis have been quite impressive there recently. I think Anthony coming in made them play a lot better.
Yeah, I think Betis actually do have the better players. If you went through the 11s, you'd have more Betis players in a combined 11, I think. But I think, again, the coaching and the cohesion and the standout quality of Moise Kean would make me lean towards them. Legia versus Chelsea. Todd, you've been quiet. You think Chelsea have to get through? Do they just blow this bottom half away without conceding a goal?
Well, I can't imagine that. I mean, they can make. I'll allow them to concede a goal, but they should go through within the first leg, probably.
I mean, they're not playing their strongest team, are they? They are rotating.
They won't need to until they play Fiorentina.
Do you think that's fair if he brings in players who haven't played in the final? Do you think he should stick with the team he's been playing in the Conference League?
I think
no, because obviously it's like the FA Cup, isn't it? So it depends on who you're playing.
I think if he doesn't win it, it's sackable.
Well, so we're assuming they beat Legia. They would then play either Djurgården or Rapid Vienna. I would lean towards the Austrians. Made hard work of the last round. They played. That's
arguably an easy draw.
Banja Luka. They won on an extra time or on penalties. Definitely, the game went to extra time. But again, they should just have too much for Djurgården, I think. The Austrian league. The only advantage I would see is that Djurgården are now into their domestic season, so they probably haven't been playing with the rhythm that they would in this competition. So now they've got some league games under their belt. They won away at Sirius at the weekend, which I thought was I fancied Sirius to get something from that game for a column I wrote elsewhere. But yeah, I do see Vienna going through. So assuming again Chelsea do beat Rapid Vienna, do they?
Yeah. I'd argue it's an easier draw than Legia, personally.
Really? Okay. And then Chelsea-Fiorentina final. Fiorentina, did they lose 3 finals in a row?
Yeah.
I want them to win it, but I just don't see it happening.
I'll back the underdogs.
I'm backing Fiorentina.
Yeah, I'm going to go Fiorentina.
I don't want Chelsea to win it, but I think they'll
win it. You got the deciding vote? Yeah. He's just so disgusted at you that they've been handed such an easy route.
Yeah. I'd love them to lose it.
It's an easy competition, isn't it?
Yeah. I wouldn't mind it coming out from
It won't be next year. It will be the greatest competition. If the projected pots are what they are.
It'd be a great one. But this year, it's not being a great one.
I think it's been a great introduction, though.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's going to get better and better as we probably see teams.
Yeah, I mean, look, the fact that one of Djurgården or Rapid Vienna has got the chance to make a Europa League, a Europa semi-final,
it's brilliant.
It's brilliant. Yeah. So that wraps it up. We are going for PSG, Lazio, and Chelsea as our 3 UEFA champions. Congratulations again, Owen, for winning the draft. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for listening and or watching. Don't forget, you can follow us on X, on TikTok, and on Blue Sky at Pele Ratings. We post on those platforms daily, sharing insights into football betting. And most importantly, you saw all the numbers behind the draft there that allowed us to simulate who had picked the best team. Those numbers are more or less finalized, and there's going to be a lot more to come on our pages about those integrated. All of our statistics and models, and even the dirty word of artificial intelligence is in there now. So make sure to look out for that. But until then, we'll see you very soon. Goodbye for now.